let's talk about ticks. Obviously this is something that we're really concerned about during tick season, which generally starts around April, finishes up in about September, October time. But we know over the last couple of years we're seeing more and more ticks because the weather has just been that little bit more humid and that little bit more wet. So obviously preventing a tick bite is always going to be the best thing we can do. Keeping covered up, having regular tick checks when you're out and about on your walks, and also trying to stick to the paths as well. That's going to be really, really useful. But essentially anywhere that there's livestock or deer around, these are places that we could find ticks. I know it's a worry. I've been in that boat myself. I know that this can feel really, really scary, but the great news is that ticks are actually really, really easy to spot. And if we do see them, as long as we're removing them quickly and effectively, we're really trying to keep things as safe as possible. Of course, everyone's worried about Lyme disease. Here in the UK, we know, depending on what region you're in, but about 4% of ticks carry Lyme disease. So the quicker we can spot that tick and safely and effectively get it out of us, then we're really reducing those chances of Lyme disease. Of course, if someone was bit by a tick, we'd be watching them for any kind of flu or cold type symptoms within the next fortnight afterwards, after that tick bite, and also looking for any bullseye type rashes. So that's a rash that starts off really, really red in the middle, and then you'll have like an outer ring, literally like someone's trying to play darts. So we'll always be looking for that bullseye type of rash. Any muscle weakness as well is a sign of Lyme disease. So any concerns, and you're going to go and get some medical help. But let's talk about how to actually remove a tick if we were to find one. And essentially the most easiest way to remove a tick is by using a tick removal card. Something like this tick removal card has got a little magnifying glass on it. So that means you can hold it over the tick and make sure for certain that that is what you're dealing with and you just haven't kind of misdiagnosed a freckle. So you can use that to quickly and easily see that you've got a tick on your hands. On this tick removal card, there are two different notches, and they're the different size for kind of depending on how engorged the tick is. So this smaller notch here is great for a tick that's on someone who is smaller, or maybe it's in a little crevice or somewhere. So that's really, really handy to get smaller ticks out. And then of course you've got the larger notch for larger ticks in more obvious areas. What you're going to do essentially is you're going to put that notch directly underneath the tick. So if we have a tick bite on my hand here, I'm literally going to move that to sit right underneath the tick to make sure I've really got underneath its mouthpiece. And then in one swift movement, I'm literally going to pull that tick up and out. So I've literally just pulled straight up. And what that's done is it's removed the mouthpiece, it's removed the whole tick completely, and it'll be wedged there in that little notch. I have to bear in mind that it'll still be alive, so I'll have to dispose of it appropriately, make sure it can't get its little teeth on anybody else. But that's the easiest way to get that tick out. So just literally gently putting it underneath and pulling straight up and out. It doesn't hurt at all. And then afterwards we'll make sure we give that area a really nice wash with some soap and water. And like I said before, we're going to keep an eye on that and watch for any symptoms that might be concerning.